Tonight on the County Line, we give you a look at all of the Halloween fun around the area.
We'll be taking you on the road to a local brewery.
And of course, we give you all the latest sports action in Titantown sports.
The County Line starts now. Good evening and welcome to the County Line. I'm Ashley Durham.
And I'm Melissa Hanna. The Springfield Grill is home to the annual Top Chef competition. Since 2008, the premier chefs from all over the Springfield restaurant locations gather to put their cooking skills to the test. This year, we sent our own Connor Kobus to get an inside look at this culinary face-off.
Hello, I'm Connor Kobus for the County Line. Today we're at the Springfield Grill in Mercer, Pennsylvania, where the Top Chef competition will be taking place for the 4th consecutive year. That's right, the best of the best from the Springfield Grill, the Iron Bridge Inn, and Rachel's Roadhouse will be competing to see who is the top chef. Today we're going to be giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on and what takes place in order to get this ready to go for this special event.
Setup for the competition started early in the afternoon as the Springfield Grill staff had to prepare for over 150 guests. With the competition less than a few hours away, executive chef at the Springfield Grill, Nate Barker, had to first establish the ground rules.
It's a really exciting event. There are 3 teams made up of all the chefs from our Springfield restaurant group. They paired up together, working with people from different restaurants, people they've never worked with before. They're going to make 3 courses with mystery ingredients. Each course has its own mystery ingredient, and they will be required to prepare about 200 portions, tasting portions, of each of those courses. It's a really, really competitive event. People talk about it between the restaurants weeks in advance. There's a lot of bragging rights at stake.
The 3 teams were given the names Salt, Ice, and Charcoal. Each had its own respective captain. I was able to break down some strategies and game plans with the captains to see how they were going to approach the competition. Up first, Chef Nick Miletto, captain of Team Ice, who knows how big the stage is for this Top Chef competition.
Well, really don't need motivation because everybody wants to win, because this is once a year we do this and we get the bragging rights for a whole year, so everybody's already pumped up and ready to go for this.
Trying to steal the glory away from the other teams is Team Salt, headed by Chef Dan Rammel, who is in his second attempt to claim the glory that is Top Chef title. Rammel feels his team can utilize the mystery ingredient of spaghetti squash better than the other 2 teams.
We might need it 2 ways in the dish, make a sauce with it. Spaghetti squash, it's really good roasted, you can shred it. It looks just, all spaghetti squash is once you shred it out, it looks just like strips of spaghetti. I am the only person in our group that's ever used it before, so it's solely on my shoulders to find ways and techniques to use it that will appeal to the customers tonight.
Now I was talking to the captain of Team Ice, Nick, earlier, and he seems pretty confident they're going to win. Tell me one reason to all our viewers out there why Team Salt's going to take home first place tonight.
Because we're going to take up first place because we have the hardest working team, the most well-rounded chefs, and we're just going to make jokes out of the rest of these guys. They can talk smack all day. At the end, we're going to go home with the trophy and bragging rights.
Last but certainly not least is Team Charcoal, led by Eric Shaw. This competition might mean the most to this veteran who wants to do anything possible to take home the title.
Simply asked, do you prefer Star Trek or Star Wars? And everybody says Star Trek. What might you?
Nice. Now, we got Charcoal, we got Ice, we got Salt. I've talked to the previous captains. They all want to win this bad. How bad do you want to win this year?
Pretty bad. This takes a lot of hard years of work, and it's an honor to be chosen captain. And I don't want to let my fans and backers down. It's got a lot of people pulling for me, so I want to make them proud of me and proud of myself as well.
I even got the chance to taste some of the food being cooked back in the kitchen. And let me tell you, I can tell why they call this competition Top Chef. Everything was delicious and made me wanting more and more. Smack talkers were pretty easy to find back in the kitchen, as everyone was trying to get under the other's skin and mess up their strategy as best they could.
He didn't tell you that he was calling me for like 3 weeks, begging to be on my team.
He was talking about taking the quickfire so he could be on my team. We'll see. We'll see.
Weeks. All we know is that experience and skill.
And the winner is... Tune in to the next county line to see who takes home the title of Top Chef. I'm Connor Kobus.
For many Westminster professors, the middle of October signifies the halfway point in the fall semester. For one professor, it also means harvest time. The County Line's Joe Ligo introduces us to an accounting professor who spends his time out of the classroom, down on the field.
And we have a quiz on closing entries.
Around campus, Professor Ligo is best known for his ability to teach accounting. However, he's also notorious for leading a second life away from Westminster, one filled with danger and excitement. Professor Ligo is a full-time farmer. Ligo and his family own and operate a 300-acre farm in Mercer County. The farm produces hay, corn, soybeans, and a variety of grains. It also has beef cattle and some pigs as well. He bought the rundown farm in 1991, and with help from his family and friends, and a lot of hard work, made it into what it is today. Ligo is at home both in the classroom and working in the fields. While accounting and farming may seem unrelated, Ligo insists the two professions fit together well.
I felt in my heart that I probably always wanted to be a farmer, but you don't know for sure that that's going to happen. So in college, I became an accounting major after taking a Principles of Accounting course. I really liked it. And then I taught in graduate school as part of my graduate assistantship. And I always really enjoyed it. And of course, it offers some flexibility that you need if you're going to have more than one occupation.
He says many times in class, the farm provides examples of business in the real
Now,
world.
Nate, if we did this correctly, you're telling me it should what? Balance. Let's check it out.
Some of the knowledge applies directly. For instance, when I'm teaching my tax class about depreciation or return on assets in one of my accounting classes, that can apply directly. When I'm teaching cost accounting, I can teach, how much does it cost to grow an acre of corn, and those things can go back and forth directly. The anecdotal stories or instances that I have in the real world easily transfer to the teaching world and add a lot to the class, I think.
In keeping track of the farm's complicated finances, Ligo says knowledge of accounting is a great asset.
Farming, it definitely is a business, and I have told my wife, or we've talked about it, and I honestly feel a lot of my success in farming is in equal parts attributable to my background as an accountant as it is to my background as a farmer. I mean, the ability to make business decisions and analyze information has been a real big advantage. The old get up early and work hard was the formula for success in the 70s, but it's not, that in and of itself won't do it in today's environment.
He even invites students to come visit the farm.
We do bonfires and hay rides with them. We always have the accounting capstone class out in the spring so that they can see how running a farm business relates to all that they've learned at school so far.
As a Christian, Ligo says he's very thankful for what the Lord has given him.
I guess in a way I'd just say I've been very blessed to have two jobs that I really, really enjoy.
One thing's for certain, managing a farm like this takes a lot of hard work. After all, I would know, I'm his son.
Joe, I think you better hurry around and get those cows fed. We got a lot of other things we need to do.
All right, Dad. I'm Joe Ligo for the County Line.
The New Wilmington Farmers Market offers a variety of natural, organic, and local produce to its loyal customers. Many talented artisans and crafters frequent this weekly market. The event takes place from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Jamison parking lot on Market Street each Saturday. For more information on how to get your hands on this fresh produce, call 724-964-5074. That's 724-964-5074.
Coming up after the break, we go inside some local scare houses for the Halloween season.
More County Line is on the way.
You can make a difference at Westminster College. Westminster has earned the nation's highest honor for community service for 3 straight years. Classroom lessons are put into action to benefit the community. Experience service the Westminster way.
The new Wilmington Borough Council has officially set the trick-or-treat hours for this Halloween season for Saturday, October 29th. The tradition of daylight trick-or-treating will continue this year. Kids can go from door to door from 2 until 4 p.m. Afterwards, the Kiwanis Club will hold its annual Halloween parade, which will travel down Market Street.
Halloween is just around the corner. If you're looking for a spooky, fun-filled night, be sure to check out the Cheeseman Fright Farm. The Fright Farm experts have been in the scaring business for over 10 years. Come any weekend until October 31st at dark for a haunted hayride. General admission is $12. Children under 12 must be accompanied by an adult.
Blood, gore, and guts are all a part of the haunted attraction in the small town of Scarin, PA, also known as Sharon. Gold Mansion accommodates 2 different haunts in one location and will bring all of your worst fears to life. If you can survive the Headmaster's Dungeon attraction without crying, check out the creepy sideshow Carnival 3D. Gold Mansion opens at 7 p.m. and tickets can be bought online at the Gold Mansion website at www.goldmansion.com. The Scare Pass admission is $15 for adults and $10 for children. Group ticket pricing is also available on the website.
Westminster College's Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity hosts its annual Fright Nights later this month. This year's haunted house benefits the John Tharp family of Huntington, Pennsylvania. John is 4 months old and has a rare brain disorder. The brothers are raising money to help offset the family's medical bills. Coordinator Zach Jones says his favorite part of the operation is getting everyone together for a good cause.
I just like the fact, it's fun to be able to do this with all my brothers and actually take the money and give it to a better cause. I know a lot of times the brothers are not so willing to get together unless it's a party night or something like that, but this is one time where we all actually buckle down and do something for somebody else, and everybody enjoys doing it.
This year's Alpha Sigma Phi Fright Nights run from October 26th to the 29th. Wednesday and Thursday, the haunted house hours are from 8 to 11. Friday and Saturdays are 8 to midnight.
Coming up next on the County Line, Casey McDonald updates us on the Westminster soccer and basketball teams.
And we also have an update on the Titans quarterback, Sean Lee hockey.
Titan Town Sports is coming up next.
Hi and welcome to Titan Town Sports. I'm Casey McDonald. The Wilmington football squad has rolled past the halfway mark in the regular high school season with only 1 loss so far, just 1 sour note to a 5-1 season. If the winning continues, it could easily put head coach Terry Varelli even higher up in the record book as one of the best coaches the area has ever seen. The win over Hickory back at homecoming gave Coach Varelli his 255th win. But Varelli tells us he's not one for counting, as he's never been watching the record books.
I don't look at those things, you know. I keep telling myself, hey, look, you know, because they always want to, well, hey, he just passed up so-and-so, and I say, you know something, I don't want to know how many so-and-so has, because I am not going to stay in coaching for victories. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm sick of this, I'm ready to get out. Oh, but I can't because I got 10 more victories to pass. You know, hey, I enjoy what I do. I don't need things like that.
The Westminster men's basketball team begins practice next week. Head coach Larry Ondeko says that with 19 players, the depth of the team should help the Titans this year.
We've got a lot of guys who haven't really separated themselves, you know, guys that do a lot of different things and are going to get a lot of opportunities to play. So the depth, everybody's going to get a shot every game, and it hasn't been in the past. A couple different people are typically the ones you count on every other night. So, you know, it's great to have a bunch of, not just depth, but from what our guys are telling me, a bunch of pretty good players.
Westminster men's soccer team has added talent from overseas this year. Irish transfer student Declan Cole has helped add depth to this year's roster. But soccer is not the only focus of this young athlete. Gaelic football, a sport originated from Ireland, is what Declan plays back at home. Titan Town Sports' Adam Carswell and Stephanie Olear went into detail with Declan about this foreign sport.
Gaelic football is a mix between Australian rules football, basketball, soccer and rugby. It's a little less physical than rugby. It's played with your hands. You can punt the ball from your hands to your foot. You can also fist pass the ball using your fist and your hands, and it's rough. The goals in which you have to score through are soccer goals with 2 upright posts, similar to a football field here in America, and the aim of the game is to score as many points and goals as possible. 1 point for over the crossbar and 3 points for a goal. And it's a really popular sport over in Ireland, and there's over 400,000 people actively playing it in my province.
Titan quarterback Sean Lehockey led the team to victory against Bethany on October 8th, the second game he's played in since his concussion in the September 10th match against Lycoming. Quickly recovering, Lehockey shows leadership both on the field and in the classroom. Titan Town Sports' Mike Himes gives us a closer look at the Titan, who is not only an athlete, but a scholar as well.
I think in everything that Sean does, he's driven, and he's driven to be the best student that he can be. He's driven to be the best football player that he can be, and he puts all his mind, energy, effort, time into it, and is extremely focused.
No matter what Sean does, whether it's on the field, off the field, in the classroom, he's going to compete. He wants to be the best, and with him striving to be the best, hopefully, guys will follow that lead and, continue to make themselves better. But, him as a competitor, he really, forces guys to bring out the best in them. Obviously, he's going to bring a lot of athletic ability. You can see how he's progressed as a quarterback the past few years, and we're looking for big things. He's just a natural leader in how he approaches things, how he approaches his teammates, how he treats people with respect.
Oh, I think he brings, along with that athleticism, confidence. He's a confident kid. He knows exactly what he needs to do to carry this team and carry the offense more importantly. He's the guy that has to make it happen out there. When the chips might be down or even when they're up, he's got to be the one that helps get those chips up and lead them on the field as a quarterback. But he's a good kid, obviously, in the classroom too. You're carrying a high 3.8 or 9 or almost 4.0 every term.
On the football field, he certainly is a great presence, and he certainly demands, control of the offense, and he adds a dimension from the quarterback perspective, of being able to move and being able to run the ball, as well as giving us opportunities to move the pocket around, as well as he has an extremely strong arm.
Coming up next, the County Line's Alyssa Hanna gives us a closer look at one of the area's favorite dance studios. I'm Casey McDonald, and this has been Titantown Sports.
Ever want to learn some new dance moves? For many local residents, the Walnut Lodge is a place for relaxation and yoga, but for others it is a place of grace and movement. Recently, I went to the Walnut Lodge to learn more about the many different dance classes offered both in New Wilmington and Sharon. Dancing promotes grace and discipline through connections of the mind, body, and spirit. This is one of the key ideas behind the founding of the Walnut Lodge. Although originally founded in 1995 by director Abby Alter, it now has 2 homes in both Sharon and New Wilmington. The Walnut Lodge offers workshops and classes to people of all ages and skills in a variety of performing arts. Dance instructor Margie Rapp has been a part of the lodge for many years. She explains some of the classes that are offered between the 2 locations. The Walnut Lodge hopes to expand their workshops and classes in order to include all forms of dance at both locations. Classes are available at any time throughout the year. The New Wilmington and Sharon locations offer solid technique courses that can build into something more. The Ballet Theater Shenango Valley is the nonprofit entity of the Walnut Lodge. It involves more advanced classes and puts on professional productions each year. 14-year-old Marie Ellis says she loves being involved with such an amazing group of people. Marie is not alone in her feelings. Many students agree they take so many positive life lessons from their dance classes and instructors. And it doesn't matter who you are. Never be afraid to try something new. You may just love it. The ultimate goal of the Walnut Lodge is to become a community arts center available to people of any arts background. Whether you want to take classes to prepare for more professional companies or just to try something different, the Walnut Lodge can work with you. Margie Rapp encourages everyone to come down and just try out one of the classes. Hopefully, the Walnut Lodge in New Wilmington can become as successful as their location in Sharon. For more information on the Walnut Lodge, check out their website at www.walnutstlodge.com. For the County Line, I'm Melissa Hanna. North Country Brewing, nestled in the heart of downtown Slippery Rock, was personally rebuilt from the foundation through the roof using local hardwoods and recycled on-site materials.
14 microbrews are made on site and a wide range of unique ingredients are combined. The County Line's David Nicholson and Angela Tucker get a behind-the-scenes look for this week's On the Road.
Built from the foundation up, North Country Brewing is a sight to see, offering an array of foods, microbrews, and a relaxing atmosphere. Owner Bob McCaffrey explains how he came to resurrect the place.
Resurrected a building that was actually falling down. It had been a series of things from 1805 through 1972, from a public tavern in 1835 to furniture store, funeral home in 1850 through 1972 to just a furniture store in 1994, and now back to its original status of a public tavern. We brew our own beer here. We have 12 different beers on draft. We have one on an English hand pull that's brewed here as well. We just use grain, hops, and water. The color of the beer is basically exactly like brewing coffee. The grain is roasted to different malt levels, different roasting levels of the malt. And then the recipe actually dictates how that beer comes out. It ranges everywhere from a light through a stout, and then we have a few heavy, like feedbag stout. This pure oatmeal roasted, so it has a very dark hue to it and a nice roasted flavor. So when I talk about beer, it is a lot like talking about different medium-bodied coffees and full roasts. It's basically the same process, only we put this through the fermentation process, and that's basically where you come up with a beer.
McCaffrey's interest began in organic chemistry and continued in hotel bathrooms while on archaeology digs. Looking to settle down with his wife, McCaffrey decided to turn his hobby into his passion.
Been a lot of ups and downs where Ma and Pa, we opened on pennies and Max credit cards, and it's just really neat to see it take hold, and this community is so nice to work with now. We're still, developing our downtown Main Street, and we're trying to bring businesses into downtown Slippery Rock, and so just right now is really a nice time to be open and have this going. Just I'm appreciative that I had the chance to do it.
Reporting from North Country Brewing in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, I'm David Nicholson for On the Road.
For more information about events or their menu, visit www.northcountrybrewing.com.
That's the news for tonight's edition of the County Line. Be sure to check out WCN247.com for all your local campus and community updates.
We'll see you next week for the County Line, as well as what's going on in sports and Titantown Sports. Good night.
Good night.